Hello, my name is Anita Peters with Peters Realty Professionals in Loganville, Georgia, and I have some beautiful homes to share with you today. Information deemed reliable but not guaranteed. Hello, my name is Anita Peters with Peters Realty Professionals in Loganville, Georgia, and I have some beautiful homes to share with you today. Information deemed reliable but not guaranteed.
Hello everybody, we'd like to welcome Alexis Burton and Cotton Cafe to the downtown Monroe Market. A terrific add to our downtown Monroe Market. The Chamber is so excited about you opening. And tell us a little bit about the store and about the restaurant, your hours and offerings.
Okay, we're a coffee shop. We offer soup, salad, sandwiches, and a breakfast. We're open 7 days a week. We're open Sunday through Wednesday, 8 to 3, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, 8 to 7.
I tell you, I personally have enjoyed this for the last few weeks, having a place to come and sit out and chill out and have coffee with a client, even talk about business, have lunch or breakfast. So it's been a lot of fun and fantastic build out, a great experience inside. We're very glad and appreciate your chamber membership, and I know Monroe's proud of this.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. We love downtown Monroe. We're located right next to, across from the City Hall, so come on down and check us out.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce the founder and the creator of this wonderful vision, which is Simona. Simona here. And she's going to share from her heart, and then we'll introduce the Terry Smiley from the Chamber of Commerce, the Walton County Chamber of Commerce, and her team. And following, we'll also have a dedication prayer. And then at the very end of that, we'll all just go out onto the patio area and the grass area, and we'll do the ribbon cutting, and then we can have tours. Okay? So that's the short program. So I'll hand it over to Simona to introduce her.
Once again, hello everyone. My name is Simona. Once again, I would like to welcome you to Christian's house. The inspiration of this place came from its calm, peaceful sitting, while at the same time providing a spiritual connection to life. This journey has taken place over the course of many years. I would not have been possible without the strength that I have been given by my son, as well as the support and encouragement from my family. And there is my friends. As we celebrate the official opening of Christian's house, we will also be celebrating his lasting legacy and the love that he shared with those that he's been around. I'm pleased to introduce the manager caregiver,
Rodika, come on here. Rodika.
Claudia.
And Claudia.
And my sister, yes. Claudia, who will ensure that Christian's house will extend its warmth and care to all of those who enter our home. I would like also to thank each of you, as well as to my daughter Christina, who sent her wishes, love, and support in remembrance of her brother. Thank you to all of you. Welcome to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Terry Smiley, who's the president of the Walton County Chamber of Commerce.
Well, welcome everybody. This may be the biggest ribbon cutting ever. This is so many friends and family and so much support here. Simona, we're so excited for you. This house is absolutely beautiful. And I know that you will run a great business and take care of folks very well. So you've already been hugging on me and I just met you, so definitely have a caring heart and a passion for this, and we're just so excited for you and wish you many years of success.
Thank you,
congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Terry, did you want to introduce your team members who are here?
Sure. Well, we have Carrie over there trying to take a few pictures. We have some chamber ambassadors. If y'all will wave your hands.
Chamber ambassadors. Yes, let's give a hand to the chamber ambassadors. Right, very good. Well, we all know the excellent work that the chamber does here in Walton County. I had the pleasure of attending one of the meetings with a number of dignitaries and introducing Christian's House on behalf of Simona, and a number of people expressed interest in what we would call an upscale personal attentive care option, and I think this is the fulfillment of Simona's vision. And I'd be remiss not to introduce the builder, who is standing right over here, Alex. Some of you have met him earlier, but Alex helped make this vision a reality, and I think this will be a great addition to those who are, seniors looking for this kind of option, and to be in a truly home-like setting. I've been in the assisted living industry for about 20 years myself, mostly with large corporate type properties, but have a renewed appreciation for the benefits of a small, personal, intimate home of this kind.
Hey.
There we go.
There you go. Hello, it's June the 4th, and we're so excited to be here today at Shanahan Law Firm and her office location in Monroe at Liberty First Bank on the 2nd floor. Melissa, give us your exact address here.
1901 West Spring Street, Suite 207.
Okay, very good. Well, we're so excited to have you as a member of the Walton County Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate your support and involvement in the chamber. And why don't you give us a little bit more information about what types of law that you practice?
Okay, my practice is focused on child advocacy. I represent children in domestic disputes, custody battles, juvenile court, and termination of parental rights cases. That's probably 90% of my practice. And then I also handle uncontested divorces and other domestic type adoptions, other domestic work.
Very good. And recent graduate of Leadership Walton.
I am.
Yep.
Very great experience. I highly recommend being involved in the chamber and going through Leadership Walton. I grew up here, but I learned a lot about Walton County that I did not know.
Very good. Very good. Give us your phone number.
770-466-6840.
Okay. And your hours. How can somebody reach you?
Oh, my phone rings all the time. Anytime you can call. I get emails when my phone rings, so I'm always available, unfortunately.
Okay, you ready to cut?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Yay! Okay, it is June 4th, and we are at our second ribbon cutting for today with Georgia Connector magazine, also located upstairs at Liberty First Bank. Kenny Smiley is the publisher of the magazine. Why don't you tell us your exact address?
We're located at 1901 West Spring Street here in Monroe and Suite 206.
Yep, so him and Melissa Shanahan are neighbors, so come visit both of them. So we're so glad to have Georgia Connector as part of the chamber, and we appreciate all of your involvement and support of the chamber, even though you're my husband. And we are so glad that you're able to get out of the home office into this location.
For sure.
Upstairs here, beautiful office suites up here upstairs at Liberty First Bank. And why don't you tell us about Georgia Connector magazine?
Sure. Well, Georgia Connector magazine, it's a regional publication. We service 15 counties right here in the area, based out of Monroe, so Walton County and the surrounding areas. And we focus on business, industry, economic development, tourism, all the great things that make our area a great place to live, work, play, raise a family. And it's a free publication. You can pick it up at Chambers of Commerce, Convention and Visitors Bureaus, tourism offices, hotels, restaurants, retail establishments. And it's a free publication. And we are online at www.georgiaconnector.com.
Very good. You want to introduce anybody else here?
I do. Well, my right, well, it's my left hand right now, but really it's both hands. But Judy Garrison, she is editor for Georgia Connector and just does a wonderful job. Not only does she help edit the magazine and corral all the writers, but she is a wonderful writer herself and a great photographer, and she is just a true asset to Georgia Connector magazine. Couldn't be more glad to have her. And so appreciate you very much. Also, we have Stephanie Askew right here. Stephanie is a high school student at Monroe Area High School, and she comes up here and helps us out a lot and tries to keep me organized. Bless her heart. So, anyway, so today we're looking good.
Very good. And give us your phone number.
You can reach us at 770-267-0349.
Okay. Magazine just came out. Next issue.
It did. Summer issue is hot off the press. So like I told you, where you can pick those up. Make sure you check it out online. You can subscribe for free online to make sure that you get all the notifications when the new issue comes out. And make sure that you pick up your copies when you see them. It's got a beautiful eagle on the front, compliments of Freedom down in Statesboro, Georgia, and Judy's great photography.
3.
Ever bought, I think, was hitting on 2 cylinders. I might have been closer to qualifying for this than I realized. John Deere there. That thing puttering along there, sounding good. 2 or 3 representations here from the different tractor companies. Oh yeah, we got a Ford in there, I missed that. Farm on, run like a deer. I mean, they've got it covered from all areas. That we're pleased with. I'm just reading what they gave me. Have a wave up there now. Okay, they're tipping their hats. That's a good sign. Woo! Candidate, United States House of Walton? Okay, those of you sitting on the truck up there, be sure to buckle up. All-Star. 15 and up and 18 and up. Under, excuse me, I messed that up. All right. See one of those games. It's a lot of fun and very easy to get to. And here's and they've got choppers surrounded by bodyguards there. That'll keep him safe. Good idea. Cool stuff that country kids can.
Whoa, that's so cool.
State Farm Insurance. Let the bear drive. Let the bear drive, son. All right.
Gotta get the candy. Right?
Okay, Walton County Triad.
Why are they serving smoothies? Something.
New London School of Driving.
Hi, Diana.
New London School of Driving here.
Lots of candy.
I'll give you some names of some people you can call, folks, that really need that. Jim Stewart, let's give him a round of applause here, folks. Okay, here comes the Corvette Club. Just got a little bit of information. Make a note of this. The American Legion is having a barbecue today. It's only $5. Whether you're a member or non-member, noon today, $5. Or 2 sandwiches for 10. Either way, not a problem. 12 to 2. I know you don't cut your meal short one day. That's a couple hours. Jeepers, look at this. Take off pound system. I'm giving thought to that right now.
Oh, sticker. What's your daddy's sticker? God bless
Wow. They know the worst of many different type of Jeeps. Where's your Jeep? I like this. Okay, now you young guys, pay attention. You don't have a convertible. Ladies also like riding Jeeps. Making several of you write this down. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. All right, I think Joey Heisen openings? You like to talk to somebody to get you signed up? Right here, feathers, fins, and fur taxidermy. Feather, fin, taxidermy. I know the business up in Tennessee, Augie Bottom Barbecue, coming down right down Main Street. You don't have to go over there, they're bringing it to you right here. Raise your hand. That's a good sign.
Doing good. Thank you. Happy 4th. Happy 4th. 4th.
Easy to look at that truck.
Beautiful horse, huh?
Tell who that is. Got the angel wings right on the front.
There's the angel wings.
Colonial Buick.
Happy 4th.
All right.
They drive those sports cars. All right, you doing
okay? If you don't have anybody to send one to, just send one yourself.
Thank y'all for being here. I guess that's a line back there.
I like this.
What's this other one?
Edible arrangements.
A lot more coming.
And who would this be?
Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Happy 4th.
Oh, here's the famous Chick-fil-A Cal Walker. Chick-fil-A, Loganville. Okay, here comes a little greenhouse.
Good job, guys.
Greenhouse, 114, Loganville.
Good catch over there. Good catch. Good job. Glad you're here. Thank you.
Let me see who we got here.
Happy 4th.
Cadence Farm.
Happy 4th.
Who this is? All right. Just won the prize. Doesn't work. Buffalo. Haven't tried that. You need to go.
There's some chicken wings.
Start off with about 2 dozen. Be sure you like them. All right. We're going to get your horses. There, would you? Wow. There we go. Peach State Miniature Horse Club. Peach State. Legacy Lions. Loganville Legacy Lions Club. Walked a long way, and there's one of you that came out today to the 4th of July parade, and it was great to be here at the Ray Nunley Pavilion and be able to present this. So thank you so much. And want to tell you how much we appreciate Pat Pittman and many people here that have worked very, very hard to get this thing organized and keep it organized. So thanks so much. We appreciate you doing that.
And this concludes the Independence Day Parade here in Loganville. It lasted just about an hour, so there were a lot of good floats and a lot of good people. This is a very happy event here in Loganville, so if you haven't been here, I think it's about 10 o'clock every 4th of July, Independence Day, so make plans to come to Loganville.
Hi there, I'm Emily Russell with Clearview Regional Medical Center, and today I'm coming to you from our brand new Clearview Wound Healing Center. The Wound Healing Center just opened very recently, a couple of weeks ago, and is located at 705 Breedlove Drive, Suite 300. and they are open for business and seeing patients. And I am fortunate enough to be here today with our new program director of our Wound Healing Center, Miss Stephanie Berry. Thank you for joining me today, Stephanie.
Sure, Emily.
Thanks for showing us around. So our wound center has been open for how long?
It opened on Monday, June 16th. We got to see our first patient then, and slowly we've been ramping up. We have about 10 patients at this time. So
fantastic. Okay, so I hear about patients and I hear about wound healing, but what is the typical type of patient that you might see here at the Wound Healing Center?
Mostly what we're looking for is chronic non-healing wounds. We want the wounds that the patient is really having difficulty, diabetic foot ulcers, venous stasis ulcers, anything of that nature we would like. We also treat patients for other things such as failed grafts, which we can put them in the hyperbaric chambers for and have some other advanced modalities, but it's usually a chronic non-healing wound of longer than a few weeks.
And you mentioned that that might be common with diabetic patients. Are there any other demographics that are suspect to having those non-healing wounds?
It really just depends on their makeup. One of the things that we do, we partnered with Healogics to open the center, and one of the things that they bring in is we are outcomes based. So we treat the entire patient. We start with nutrition and what's causing the wound. So it could be medications that they're on, it could be their nutrition, it could be hereditary. But we look for all the indications so that once we're treating the wound, we're treating the entire patient so the wound doesn't come back or they don't have something else. It could be a pressure wound. Maybe they've had surgery and they had limited mobility. So we also look for ways to help to offload the pressure and do other things to prevent the wounds from coming back.
Very good, very good. So a patient that comes to the Wound Healing Center, what could they expect upon that first visit here?
Well, the first visit takes some time. So patience and planning is great. We do have a few forms that you can fill out online. You can go to the Clearview website and you can fill out your patient history, bring your medications and the dosage for the medications on your first visit, arrive about 15 minutes early. There is a lot of paperwork because we do treat the entire patient. So depending on where the wound is, it is going to be about an hour to an hour and a half for that initial visit. It does take time. We take pictures. You get a lot of time with the physician and with the nurses to assess the wounds and go over your plan of treatment. So when you walk out the door, you know exactly where you're going, how long the treatment plan is roughly going to take, and what your next steps are. And throughout the course of the treatment, weekly visits are pretty standard, and if you're in the hyperbaric chamber, that's 5 days a week. If not, we like to see the patient at least once a week, if not twice a week for dressing changes.
Okay, so your typical length of stay for a patient for that first visit sounds like it could be an hour and a half to 2 hours even. After that, is it pretty regular with an hour on each of those follow-up visits?
Some are less than 30 minutes. Okay. So once the patient is in here and we're reassessing that wound, we're usually taking measurements. There may be a small procedure that the physician has to do while they're here, but it's usually about a 30-minute visit after that, or less, depending on where the wounds are located.
And for how many visits or for how many weeks might the average patient be under your care?
If the patient is compliant and everything is working together, usually we like to see them healed within 30 days.
Fantastic. And I assume that that's probably really good news for a lot of those patients who have been struggling with non-healing wounds perhaps their whole life or for weeks and months on end.
Right.
To see that the end could be in sight within 30 days is very encouraging, I'm sure.
It is. And it's nice to see patients heal that haven't healed in a very long time using either the hyperbaric chamber or using some sort of dressing that we have or something else that allows them to heal and walk out the door and not have to deal with a wound they've dealt with for 6 months to a year.
Very good. So wound healing isn't something that you hear a lot about. Wounds are generally not a glamorous topic that anyone necessarily wants to talk about, but the great thing is that we have a center here right in Monroe to treat those non-healing wounds. We can do that quickly, we can do that efficiently, and you're under the care and supervision of all the staff here. So speaking of the staff, tell me a little bit about your physician that oversees as the medical director.
Well, we have Dr. Peter Spernosky, who's with us, and he is here 5 days a week. He is also a Healogics physician. He's went through extra training, so he has extensive wound management. The fantastic thing that we also have is that he's a board-certified plastic surgeon, so he has the ability to kind of see things as they're progressing and know more of a plan And we work with the physicians that refer, so he will be able to speak to them and let them know if the patient's needing something else and where they need to go. But he's here 5 days a week. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, closed daily for lunch. And he also has some time set aside for surgery as well on Friday afternoons if need be.
Very good. So how does a patient get about coming here? Do they have to have a primary care physician referral, or can they self-refer? How does a patient get here?
The patient can call us directly.
Wonderful.
They don't have to have a referral. If we check the insurance and something is needed, then we can contact the primary care physician and get the referral, but they can call us themselves and schedule. And right now, as we're ramping up, we do have openings, so we're trying to see them same day.
Very good. Now, with it being summertime, I know there are a lot of insects out there and people playing outside and getting injuries and things like that. Do you guys treat things like spider bites or anything like that that has increased over time?
Yes, we do. And I would rather the patient come here and see us, and if it's not the right center, then we can get them in touch with who they need to go to. Mm-hmm. It's better to come early than to wait until later on and the wound be so severe that it's going to take longer and go through the pain of the wound. Just come here. We have an expert on site. Let him assess the wound. Let our nurses who are trained to look at it, look at the wounds, and if you don't need to be here, we'll get you where you need to be.
Very good, very good. Well, it's great to have such a wonderful resource right here in Walton County. And if you do have questions about Clearview's new Wound Healing Center, you can visit us online at www.clearviewregionalmedicalcenter.com. Go under Medical Services and then click on Wound Healing Center. In addition, they can call you guys here at the center direct at 678-635-8010. As Stephanie mentioned, they're open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and you can reach out to them directly. Anything else that we want to let our viewers at home know about our Wound Healing Center?
We're just excited to open and offer this service to the community, and we look forward to meeting more members of the community and helping them.
Excellent. Well, let's take a step back and look at our hyperbaric chambers. We're here in the new Clearview Wound Healing Center, and we are fortunate to have Miss Crystal Ash with us, who is our technician for our hyperbaric chambers here. Now, Crystal, this is a hyperbaric chamber. Mm-hmm. What exactly does that mean?
It's a pressurized oxygen chamber, so the patient lays in there, and it's under pressurized oxygen for wound healing.
Okay, and so what would be the benefit of infiltrating oxygen into the body?
It accelerates wound healing. There's other benefits that they're researching, but right now that's what we're using it for.
Okay, so a patient would lie on the bed here at this end, and they would be slid into the chamber. Does anyone ever report being claustrophobic while they're in there?
Yeah.
So what are some things that you guys do to combat claustrophobia or the fear of being in there?
We try to just talk to them, maybe just help with their fear. They also prescribe medication for like anti-anxiety medications.
Very good. And what do they actually do once they're in there?
They just kind of lay there and watch TV, or they can bring a movie and put it in the DVD player, but that's just kind of hang out.
Fantastic. Okay, so that's kind of what the patient is going through, but explain to me the behind the scenes of what you're actually doing here to operate the machine.
I sit here and monitor them the entire time while they're there. They can talk to me, and I can pick up the phone and talk back to them. Mm-hmm. So if they have anything going on, I'm right there the whole time. So I just monitor the treatment the entire time.
Okay, and then what exactly is going on inside the chamber?
It's just a lot of pressure. That's pretty much all that they feel is just pressure.
So I've heard hyperbarics being referred to as a dive before. What exactly does that mean?
They refer it to similar as feeling like when you're diving underwater. So it's just like the pressure you feel, or similar if you're going up into airplane, the pressure you feel in your ears.
So is there equivalent of depth that you would be diving to in the chamber?
Most of the time it's about 33 feet of seawater that people dive to.
All right, so if we were to actually go swimming and go diving to 33 feet, we would feel the exact same pressure that we would here in the hyperbaric chambers. Okay, very good. Are there any other things that go into hyperbarics? For instance, do people need to have tubes put into their ear, or how does that work exactly?
Yeah, possibly some people may have a lot of pressure in their ears, and they don't quite get the drainage that they need, so then they get tubes put in their ears to help with not having any pain in there.
Yeah, helping with the pressure and whatnot. Okay, very good. Interesting. So how long have you been here at the Clearview Wound Healing Center has been open since June the 16th. And how long have you been working with hyperbarics?
About a year.
Okay, very good.
I went last summer to Healogic's corporate office and did training there, and worked at another wound care facility. Helped out in hyperbarics. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, we're glad to have you here. So don't be scared of the hyperbaric chambers. It's definitely a healing methodology and can help those wounds to heal a lot faster. Not to mention the hyperbaric chamber itself is entirely encased. However, you can still see out of it. And watch TV, as Crystal was talking about, bring a movie, whatever you might need to do to keep yourself calm during one of these treatments. And how long does one of these treatment sessions actually last?
The treatment is about an hour and a half, but it takes time to get to pressure and to come back from pressure, so it's usually about 2 hours.
Okay. And how often does a patient normally undergo hyperbarics?
Every day, Monday through Friday. And they have a set time that they come every single day until their number of treatments are up.
Oh, what's the average number of treatments that a patient would have?
Usually about 40.
40? So that's a lot of diving in and out every day. Very good, very good. Well, thank you so much for telling us a little bit more about hyperbarics. And in the event that you want to come and check them out, you can stop by the Wound Healing Center and Crystal can answer any questions that you might have about something like that. Thank you so much for visiting with us today at Clearview's Wound Healing Center. As I mentioned before, we're located right off of Breedlove Drive beside our old hospital location at 705 Breedlove Drive. The Wound Healing Center can be found in Suite 300. Their information can be found on our ClearviewRegionalMedicalCenter.com website, as well as their phone number is 678-635-8010. If there's anything that we can do to help you, a family member, or a friend with a non-healing wound, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We'd love to get a look at it and see what we can do to help you heal. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Rick Baker. I'm here for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth, sitting in for Dina Huff today. We are right in the middle of the summer season, and as our name implies, the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth, we are interested in the well-being of all who live here in Walton County. During these summer months, we love to get together with family and friends and have cookouts and go swimming and spend time at the pool and the lake. We enjoy trips with each other. But we want to remind you during these summer months to exercise some extreme caution. If you watch the news at all, you see almost daily someone who is drowned or been killed in some tragic accident. And this summer we would like for all the residents of Walton County to have a wonderful time this summer, but also to be mindful of others, to be mindful of your own surroundings. Make sure you buckle up when you drive. Make sure you don't drink or text when you drive. And as you're enjoying the summertime activities, be mindful of the children around you. It's so easy for a young one to slip off into a pool and drown. So just take care of yourself, take care of your families, have a great summer. And if we can be of any help to you at all whatsoever here, please call us at 770-207-6060, or you can find us online at thepartnershipwalton.org. Thank you and have a great summer.
Good morning. I'm Becky Chinhall. I'm a radon educator with the Walton County Extension Office. And I have a helper today, and her name is Ava Kate. And we're going to talk about radon and children. I know I talk to you about radon a lot and the dangers of radon, but so many times we forget about our little ones. And when we have children, we're so concerned about their safety and their health. When they ride a bicycle, we want them to watch out for cars. We want them to wear a safety helmet. If they're small, they need to be in a car seat. We're concerned about their safety then. We're concerned about what they eat. We want them to eat fruits and vegetables and nutritious food. and we want them to stay away from too many sweets. When we walk in the parking lot or on the road, we want to hold their hands and keep them safe. In our homes, we're concerned about any chemicals. We want to keep the cleaners that could be toxic away from the children underneath the sinks, in the kitchen and in the bathroom. We don't want them to get burned on a stove. We watch out for them that way. And so many other ways. We're so concerned about our children. But I want to tell you about something different today, and that's the air that we breathe. There's radon in the air all around us, and you can't see it, smell it, or taste it. But little ones are more apt to be exposed to high radon than adults. And let me tell you why. The air that we breathe is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% argon. And we have a very small amount of carbon dioxide. But get this, there's radon in our air also. And radon is a very heavy gas. It comes from the granite rock in our area. Granite has a lot of uranium, and the uranium decays into radon. And this gas is heavy, but it seeps up out of the ground. And remember I told you the composition of the air, nitrogen, oxygen, mainly those two, 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen. The atomic weight of that is 29. And get this, the atomic weight of radon is 222. So if you compare those two weights, you know that radon is much higher at the lower levels. And you saw how Ava Kate, how small she is. She's going to breathe more radon than an adult at my height. And if you are in a house and it has more than one level, if you go from the basement to the first floor, or if you go from the first floor to the second floor, as you go up a level, the radon even decreases by 50%. So we want to protect our children from radon. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. Yes, I know that people who smoke have a much higher risk of lung cancer, but those who don't smoke are at risk from radon also for lung cancer. 21,000 people each year die in the United States from radon-induced lung cancer, and 822 of those deaths are from people who live in Georgia. And this is according to the CDC in Atlanta, the Center of Disease Control. We want to protect our children. We want to protect our families. We want to protect adults, everybody, but especially the little ones. The little ones can't speak for themselves. They can't say, Mommy, Daddy. We need to get a radon test kit. So I'm telling the parents today, I want you to come to the Walton County Extension Office. We're at 100 North Broad Street, downtown Monroe, and the kits are $8 if you come and buy one in person. And that includes the laboratory analysis, the postage. All you have to do is hang your kit in your home for a minimum of 3 days, a maximum of 7 days. During that time, the kit will absorb the radon in the air, and then you seal the kit, mail it in, and you get your results back in about a week. 4 or above is considered high, and it's never going to be 0 because radon is naturally occurring. And it's so easy to test. Everybody needs to find out what their test result is. If it's high, the good news is it can be fixed. And your house doesn't have to be condemned. You can feel good about your indoor air. You know, we breathe every minute, and children breathe twice as fast as adults. We're concerned for our children, and we're concerned for our health. So please test your home for radon today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. April Mitchell, and I'm a veterinarian at the Monroe Vet Clinic here in Monroe. And today I'd like to talk about parvo. Parvo is a virus that is highly contagious in dogs, and it usually affects dogs less than 1 year of age. Any dog that is not vaccinated, however, is susceptible to developing parvo, but it is generally a disease of young dogs. The parvovirus is a virus that affects the intestinal tract of young dogs, and it invades the mucosal lining of the GI tract and causes severe damage. So what your dog may demonstrate if it was exposed to parvo is vomiting, which can be very severe, depression, and oftentimes bloody diarrhea. So these signs cause your dog to have severe dehydration, which allows secondary bacterial infections to take over, and your dog may become septic. The parvovirus can also affect the bone marrow and decrease the white blood cell production that is needed to fight these infections. So how does my dog get parvo? Well, it's really simple. It's usually a fecal oral contamination, and dogs love to sniff the ground and sniff other dogs' fecal matter and things like that. And it can live in the environment for quite a while. So it is highly contagious. If you take your dogs to dog parks, public places where dogs may not be vaccinated, they could be exposed. So you definitely want to make sure that your dog is currently vaccinated for parvo. And if you have a puppy, there's a series of 4 to 5 injections given 2 to 4 weeks apart that are required for protection against parvovirus. So these vaccines do cost money. And if you are going to get a puppy, it is very important to consider the fact that it's not just the cost of the puppy initially, but at the cost of the veterinary care and the nutritional care that's going to be required after getting the puppy. Unfortunately, we see a lot of times where people have spent all their money on buying the puppy, and then they have no money to spend on the care of the puppy, which to me isn't very logical. That seems to be the kind of thing that one should plan for before deciding to get a dog. But unfortunately, sometimes it's just not well thought out. It is very expensive to treat for parvo. It is very cheap to have them vaccinated for parvo. So the risk definitely are very high in our area in Georgia. And so if you are going to get a puppy, you need to be careful about what they are exposed to. Have you ever had a puppy with parvo before? Because if you have, then you probably should adopt an adult dog that is already vaccinated, because your puppy will be at risk just being in the same household as a dog that's previously had parvo. And you need to, immediately take them to a vet clinic and have your dog or your puppy vaccinated right as you get them, or to make sure they are on a current vaccine protocol. So the vaccinations are part of the distemper vaccine. It's the parvo is included in that. And like I said, it is very important is to get the full series of vaccines. One vaccine at 6 to 8 weeks of age is not going to protect your dog against these diseases, especially parvo. It is very, very important to follow through with the entire vaccine protocol. We do see puppies that have been vaccinated by the breeder, and then the owner did not follow up with any further vaccines because for some reason they only heard my dog is already vaccinated, and not realizing that there's actually a series of vaccines that are required, boosters that are required, so that your dog's immune system will be on alert to protect against developing the parvo vaccine. We have had cases of people that have not gotten anything but the 2 first vaccines, and then their dog developing parvo at age 2. So it is really important to follow through with your dog and be responsible in thinking ahead and planning financially about the care of the dog in the future. It's always great to get a fun, cute, precious puppy, but it's not so fun or cute, and it's very devastating financially and emotionally when that puppy gets parvo. They are terribly sick, and they do often die without proper veterinary care. So please think about it and read up about the parvovirus, know about it, so that before you get a puppy, you're prepared, because we really get upset here at our clinic when we have a sad case like this, and the owners of the puppy really thought their dog was protected, when in actuality that 1 or 2 series of vaccines was not enough at all to protect their dog. Once one dog gets it in a household, if you have other puppies, it will be spread throughout your household to all your other dogs if they are not vaccinated. So it is a very serious disease, and it is highly prevalent in our area. Dobermans Dobermans, Pit Bulls, and Rottweilers are highly susceptible to it, but all breeds are susceptible. So just because you don't have a Pit Bull or a Rottweiler or a Doberman does not mean that your dog is safe at all. So please be responsible. Think about these things before the purchase of your puppy. Thank you. And if you have any questions, we'd be glad to answer them. Please give us a call. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center, and want to thank you all for tuning in today. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on around here. We're starting out our new fiscal year, and we're ready to hit the ground running. We're happy to have some new customers coming in to start the year. We've been really busy through the spring, and as it heats up, it starts slowing down a little bit, but that does give us time to maybe show some of you that haven't been here before around and what we do, and it'd be a good time to come check out the place and let us show you a little bit about what we do and who we are. Some other things I wanted to talk about was that it's the time of year when a lot of people want to eat outside, do picnics, things like that, just a lot of outdoor activities. And we did want to remind everyone to put their litter in the proper place. And if you have recyclables, find a recycling bin, or if there's not a recycling bin in the area, take the recyclables or your trash home with you if there's not a trash can or a recycling bin. Please just don't leave that stuff laying around to be blown away. It's going to make a mess if you don't pick up your own trash there. That's just one of the things I wanted to remind you guys of this time of year. Also, we are starting to plan our Rivers Alive event in October. And I think we've sent out some feelers to some of the scout leaders and things like that to let us know if you're interested in volunteering this year. And that would hold true for anyone else that would like to get out for a good cause. It's one of our bigger events. Last year we had over 300 volunteers. We're really proud of our event. It's grown so much, and it is a good way to make sure we're keeping up our rivers and waterways here in our county, and we all know how important that is. So if you are interested, just give us a call, or you can go to our Facebook page and let us know you're interested, however you'd like to do that. Our phone number down here is 770-267-1421. We'd be happy to talk to you about it. And if you have any other questions about recycling or somewhere you might need to dispose of any trash or larger items you might have, just give us a call. We're here to serve you guys, and we look forward to seeing you. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello, Walton County. This is Kevin Little with Chairman's Report on Channel 16, Walton Entertainment. It's July and hot in Walton County, and I'm going to update you on the Commissioner's Office, the Chairman, and the County Clerk, and the purchasing, and the two ladies up front. We're moving to the historical courthouse downtown Monroe. We've had some space needs out in the government building, and it was just nice to be able to have the historic courthouse more active. But today, the main gist of my program is to talk to you about the Veterans Memorial that we're planning on putting in front of the government building. What it is it's going to have marquees that are 12 to 15 feet tall, and they will be 6 feet wide and 2 feet thick, and they'll have the symbols from all the branches of the military on them. And then there'll be a water pool in the front of them with water spraying, and then it'll go down into a reflection pool. And so there's 31 feet of water here on the reflection pool, and about 18 feet of water up on the where it's churning at. We'll be selling bricks all around the thing, and we'll have some benches for memorials as well. But it'll be out in front of the government building, out on Hammond Drive, and it's going to be something that Walton County will be really proud of, and something to have for many years to come. We had to design for about 3 or 4 months, but Tim Stewart Funeral Home has stepped forward, and they're going to be the marketeer and be a partner and carry this thing forward on help sell the bricks and help selling the benches and marketing it. And it will give us somewhere to go. Everybody loves the veterans and love the people that have fought and took care of us throughout the years, and this will give us a place that possibly we can meet Veterans Day, we can meet Memorial Day and July 4th, or just any time that you need a somber place to go and reflect. We'll be able to have that right here in Walton County. So be looking for the details that we've not really narrowed the price down on the bricks, but it's going to be reasonable where you'll be able to put your loved one on a brick out here in front of this, and it'll always be there as a memorial. And we're going to work with some corporate sponsors and see we have a corporate sponsor wall that are willing to help here in Walton County. And but it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I had a veteran that was in World War II that saw him raise the flag and at Iwo Jima, and I just always felt like that we needed some big memorial here in Walton County, and we took the opportunity to get this designed and drawn, and we're looking to go forward with it. But look for details following up. I'll do some details here, and there'll probably be some details in the local paper, and there'll be details around the county and different city halls and such on where you can get bricks and find out. We get a timeline together. Hope to have this thing done in 12 to 16 months in money raised, fundraising, and then get it constructed by mid-year, late year of 2015 is the goal. And so if you have any questions or concerns over this or anything in the county, give me a call, 770-267-1316. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for tuning in today. As always, we're going to show you some of the dogs and cats here at Walton County Animal Control, but I'm sitting in this hot truck for a reason. You know, in the news recently, there's been the tragic news of infants dying in vehicles, and we've been getting a lot of calls already this summer about dogs locked in vehicles at shopping centers, at stores, and so I just decided to get in this vehicle. You know, it's only 85 degrees outside right now, partly cloudy, but I got in here and I've only been sitting in here a couple minutes and I'm already sweating profusely. The temperature is well over 90 degrees in this vehicle, about, almost 100 degrees, and just sitting here for a few minutes has got me sweating. One thing you have to remember about your dog doesn't sweat. The only way your dog can cool down is to pant. And so they're going to expire a lot more quickly than a person. We can take it longer in a vehicle, but it might be just a quick run into Walmart or a quick run into a store, but you can come out and find your dog in heat exhaustion and sometimes even dead. So we just want to make that announcement. When you leave your pets at home, or if you're able to leave the car running with the AC on, but this time of the hot summer, just leave them at home where they're comfortable indoors in the air conditioning. You won't have any problems. We've already had several calls in the last few weeks, and the police and animal control have the authority to break your window open and get that dog out. And we don't want to do any of that, and we certainly don't want any dogs dying in vehicles. So just be smart in this hot weather. You can see how much I'm sweating. I could only imagine a dog sitting in here. So be a responsible pet owner and do what's right by your pet. And now we're going to show you some of the dogs and cats that are available for adoption here at Walton County Animal Control.
What we have here today is a black chow, solid black tongue, male dog, and a good pet, very friendly.
This is a lab mix puppy, about 3 months old, male, looking for a good home. We have 2 more males also, just like him.
Stay right there today. Hi, this is Astro. He's a 5-year-old male, neutered German Shepherd, looking for a good home. He's very obedient. Good dog, got a lot of energy, so hopefully somebody can adopt him. This is about a 4-year-old male neutered Cocker Spaniel, tan. Definitely a good dog, looking for a good home. Not sure if he's good with any other dogs, but he's definitely a good-looking dog for a Cocker Spaniel.
We got a 4-month-old Grand White female. She's very sweet. And is very playful. We have several other kittens also. We are full of cats and dogs coming in. It is summertime. If you're interested in adopting, please come and adopt from us.
Hello, my name is Anita Peters with Peters Realty Professionals in Loganville, Georgia, and I have some beautiful homes to share with you today. Information deemed reliable but not guaranteed. Hello, my name is Anita Peters with Peters Realty Professionals in Loganville, Georgia, and I have some beautiful homes to share with you today. Information deemed reliable but not guaranteed.